Welcome to World Have Your Say. We're going to talk about North Korea today. It's responded to new UN sanctions by announcing a further nuclear test. Now, lots of people agree this isn't a great idea. There's less agreement on how to stop it. We're going to speak to South Koreans live with us now from Seoul and also from New York. But wherever you're watching BBC World News, you're welcome to get involved in this discussion. Our phone number is the same as it is every week. You can get us on Twitter, Facebook, of course. And if you'd like to Skype us, we'll put our ID up throughout the programme.
Talking about it.
My experience.
People are going to want to know. Let's just say something.
Well, if you are online as you watch, and lots of you are welcome to tweet and Facebook us. All of your messages come straight to me here, and I'll work them into our discussions. Now, I'll intro you to our guests in a moment. But first of all, this is a little of what North Korean state television has had to say about the prospect of South Korea getting involved in sanctions. From Seoul as well. We're just going to take a quick break. If you'd like to take part, though, we're live. You can call us on Skype. BBC_WHYS is our user ID.
No, I absolutely. Talking about it. Let me say something.
Hi, I'm Ross Atkins. I want to show you our new video uploader. It's now much easier for you to give us things that you've seen or questions or comments that you have about the day's news. In fact, some of you are using it already.
Hi, this is Hans, in the woods near Cleveland, Ohio.
Hi, I'm Ray in Beijing.
Hi, I am Abdel Ilah in Morocco.
All you have to do is go to worldhaveyoursay.com. I recorded this on my phone, and once I'd done that, I came to this page at worldhaveyoursay.com, clicked on upload, selected the file, and that was that. Or you can use a webcam through any computer. Just go to the same page. When you're there, click record, say what you've got to say, then press stop, scroll down, click submit, and we'll do the rest. So that's the new BBC video uploader. You can get it at worldhaveyoursay.com. I'm interested to see what you send it.
People are going to want to know. Let's just say something. No, I absolutely. Talking about it. Let me say something.
Hi, I'm Ross Atkins. Welcome back to World Have Your Say. We're talking about North Korea. This week, the UN Security Council announced that it would impose further sanctions. Very soon after that, North Korea said, we're going to carry out a third nuclear test. The first two were in 2006 and 2009. And we've got a number of guests to talk about this. There's a lot of agreement that this nuclear test is not a great idea. Less agreement about how to persuade North Korea not to do that. Let me pull a couple of things up on the screen for us to look at. Don in Massachusetts on the New York Times says, it's time we stop worrying about Iran's threat to Israel and start worrying about our own. We should tell North Korea that the missiles on our submarines are now targeting them. So Don is suggesting America looks at North Korea as a genuine security threat. Let's bring in our two guests who are still with us live from Seoul, June and Tain. And we're also joined by Chung Zen from BBC Monitoring. And Chung, I'll come to you in just a moment. But Tain, I'm interested, is this the number one issue on South Korean social media, or are people just used to the North causing threats or causing trouble and they just tune out?
What he said, he was saying that China caused all parties to show restraint. So he was trying to blame
Chung, I'm going to just jump in here because we're right up at the end of the half hour. I want to hear more, though, about what the Chinese media is saying. I can see there we're getting calls here from Tanzania, Ethiopia and Saudi Arabia. Keep those coming in. We'll come back in a couple of minutes to keep the conversation going.
Let's just say something.
I'm Ross Atkins. Welcome back to World Have Your Say. We're talking about North Korea. That's because over the last few days, thousands of you have been blogging, tweeting and Facebooking about first the UN sanctions, the further UN sanctions on North Korea, and then the North Korean response, an announcement that a third nuclear test is planned, though we don't know the exact date. Now, the vast majority of you agreed that you don't want this to happen, but there's so little agreement about the best way to persuade North Korea not to. That's what we're getting into today. If you're watching and want to take part, we're live. We're always live here on BBC World News. The Skype address is BBC_WHYS. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Talking about it.
I experienced.
People are going to want to know. Let's just say something.
I can see comments here coming in from Pakistan, Libya and Kenya. Thank you to those of you who have sent those in. Let's though pull up Chi in Malawi, who's posted on Facebook. We can put it up here on the screen for all of us to see. It's time the international community started playing games of inclusion, not seclusion. The Koreans are only seeking attention and the world should respond humanely. Well, Christopher Green's still with us. He's from Daily NK, live in Cambridge. Tammy Kim, a Korean-American writer, still with us live from New York. The two of you, let me introduce you to Adam Clark Estes from the Atlantic Wire magazine and newspaper and website in New York. Adam, thank you for your time. Let's talk about America. Are you satisfied the reaction is the right one? Thank you very much for your time today, Christopher. We appreciate you coming on. Terry in the US has just got in touch. North Korea is getting desperate. It wants help, but it doesn't just go about it properly. The thing is, it had a deal to get more assistance from some of the richest countries in the world, and it reneged on that deal just over a year ago, much to the frustration of the Americans. We'll keep on talking about this in a couple of minutes' time here on BBC World News.
No, I absolutely. Talking about it. Let me say something. No, I absolutely. Talking about it. Let me say something.
Hi, I'm Ros Atkins. Welcome back to World Have Your Say. We're talking about North Korea, its nuclear ambitions and how the world should respond to them. Hasib in Pakistan has just called up. Thanks for watching, Hasib. He says, North Korea has the right, like every nation, to have nuclear arms. America should change its diplomatic approach. And of course, Pakistan and India both have nuclear weapons. Let's go back to our three South Korean guests. We have Tammy Kim, a Korean-American writer in New York, live from Seoul, Tain Park and June Chang, both journalists. And all three of you, I would like to ask, and feel free to pick up off each other, what are your hopes, your long-term hopes for the peninsula? Maybe Tain, you could lead us off. And that's a good way of describing it. Sorry to jump in, we're right up to the end here. A wait and see game. We certainly will wait and see. June, Tain and Tammy, thank you very much for your contributions. Those of you watching, as ever, thanks for getting involved online. I'll speak to you next week. Do carry on the conversation, the hashtags WHYS. Goodbye.
Let's just say something.